So what's going on, y'all? It's Navoy Vincent, repping Navoy Vincent Fitness. We're back again today with another YouTube video, and the topic of today is going to be no more Mr. Nice Guy, or stop being a nice guy. And this topic, guys, it comes from just personal life experience. But my biggest issue, especially when I was younger, is when I was like a kid or throughout high school, until high school, it's always like too nice. I was always trying to help everybody else, put everyone else's needs before my own. I was always trying to avoid conflict, you know, that kind of stuff. Basically, the typical person pleaser or people pleaser. But I learned, especially over time, is people kind of will take kindness for weakness, and I still have to deal with this today. Because genuinely, guys, I do like to help people if I can. Like, if it ain't really breaking my neck to help you with something that I can do, I will do it. Because I just believe in karma. Because I've noticed, man, whenever you put out a lot of that positive energy or helpful energy to help people out, it does come back to you. I genuinely believe that. I've seen it personally in my own life, and I've seen it in the opposite, where people who are negative and doing kind of really bad things to people, it always came back to bite them in the ass. But what I genuinely believe is you need to have a certain boundary, to a sense, to where you don't allow certain things to happen, even if you're nice. Even if someone tries to kind of, let's say, you know, like the kids say, they test your gangster, where you're being nice, you're being friendly, you're being helpful, but then people will take that as weakness, and then they try to exploit it or disrespect you. And this goes with not just with friends, this goes especially with dating and relationships, guys. You need to have strong boundaries when you're dealing with women, or, you know, with people in general. If you tell a girl, hey, I don't like this, and she does it anyways, you need to employ a consequence. You need to be able to say, all right, you did X, Y, Z, and this is, I told you, let's say, for example, hey, I told you don't leave your trash on my counter and when you come over to my crib. If you tell her once, maybe even twice, and she does it again, after that third time, you just got to cut her off, man. Like, this clearly disrespect. She doesn't respect your opinion. She doesn't respect your house, which is even worse. Guys, just charge the girl. It's a lot of the problems what we have in society today, especially with men, with women. A lot of guys, man, they're just afraid to walk away, and not even just with women, with friends too. If you're dealing with you have certain friends and they're making little weird slick comments, or you notice they kind of at your house and they're a little disrespectful when they're over at your house, or they, you know, disrespectful when you're out in public. The biggest reason why a lot of people are unhappy is because they hang out with people or associate themselves with people that they don't even really like, out of the fear of being alone. This goes with relationships as well, man. I can't even count how many times I've seen guys where you can clearly see this man not in love. His girl's not in love either. They just kind of stay together because they don't want to be alone, or he doesn't feel like he can get another woman of her caliber or meet someone else. And this is why they'll just stay in these unhappy situations, and then slowly but surely it ends up ending anyways, because she lost all respect for you, because you're just kind of tolerating all this disrespect, because you can't put up a line, or you can't set a firm boundary, because you're being Mr. Nice Guy. Now, guys, obviously, I'm not saying running around here being some douchebag where you're mean to everybody, or you're disrespectful to anyone, or somebody sneezes too close to you and you punch them in the face. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you're going to be presented certain situations in life where you're going to have to stand up for yourself. Like, you're going to have to say, hey, I did not like that. Even if you feel uncomfortable, even if you're worried you might not be friends with this person anymore, or the girl might be mad and she might not want to talk to you no more, that's fine. Like I said before in my other videos, you need to understand the power of indifference. You can't be, people are too outcome dependent. You're worried about what will happen if you say or do something before you even say or do it. So it keeps you in a stagnated place, a fearful place, because you can't say nothing, because you're so worried about what will happen if you do say what you actually want to say. And this is the thing, guys. You need to eliminate that from your mentality and your mindset. You can't be afraid to voice your opinion. You can't be afraid to set boundaries. You can't be afraid to confront people. You need to be able to say, you know what? Yeah, I might lose this, but at the end of the day, I didn't lose my respect. I didn't lose my dignity. Those are the most important things, guys. You need to be able to sleep at night and knowing that you stood up for yourself, or you took the right decision in that current situation. Because like Tupac said, you know, a coward dies 1,000 deaths. Like, yeah, you can choose to not do nothing, but then it's going to be weighing on your conscience probably the rest of your life because you chose not to do anything. Now, hell, I've been in certain situations where I chose not to do something because of the situation. Like, I'll never forget when this a few years ago, I was in Manchester. This is like 2017. And I remember this guy at the gym was kind of acting a little funny style. And normally I would have said something, you know, I checked him a little bit, but it was just like, all right, I didn't really do anything because I had to get on the train the next day. Like certain instances, yeah, you got to pick your battles, but there's been other situations where I've been at the gym here, in my home gym here in Germany, somebody does something a little weird or disrespectful, they getting checked like immediately, where, you know, I damn near had to like beat up the dude before this happened on train. Another time where I actually got in a fight with the guy where I actually had to kind of rough him up a little bit because he's being very rude and disrespectful. But the younger me, when I was very young, I would have not done anything because, hey, you know, I don't want to make any trouble or blah, blah, blah. I don't want to get in trouble with my parents by fighting at school. But guys, you need to, that whole nice guy stuff, man, to say you need to eliminate that. These movies, these TV shows, these video games, they kind of teach you, they program you in a way that's very against your nature. It goes against what makes you a man in a sense. If they're basically trying to teach you to be a whole nother way, you're a lion and they're basically trying to teach you to be a cat or a damn rabbit. It's going against your nature. You need to stand up for yourself. You can't be afraid. Because once you have that mindset of not being fearful of outcome, you'll take more risks in life and you'll achieve more success. At the end of the day, every single successful person took some sort of risk that everyone around them told them was crazy or stupid, and they didn't believe in that, and nobody believed in them, so they believed in themselves and they achieved great things. Every single person. You look at Steve Jobs, you look at Bill Gates, you look at all these different very successful people, nobody believed in them. They thought they were crazy, but because they kind of killed that whole Mr. Nice Guy fearful state that they had, they achieved great things. And that's what I want y'all to do, guys. I want y'all to achieve great things in life by killing that whole Mr. Nice Guy stuff. We're not nice guys over here. We're go-getters. We're, I don't want to say alpha males, but we're guys that are on our purpose, guys. And as we always say here, guys, make sure to control the negative. Focus on the positive. It's your boy Navoy, repping Navoy Vincent Fitness. I'm out.